Ariel Helwani in Houston for UFC 247 alongside the UFC's women's flyweight champion of the world, the one and only Valentina Shevchenko, who of course meets Katlyn Chookagian this Saturday night live on pay-per-view. So Valentina, you just squared off with Katlyn for the second time. Do you draw anything from those square-offs? Do you see anything in her?
It's kind of the last minutes, more relaxed minutes with your opponent. We will have one more face-off during the weigh-ins, but it's like preparation. It's for me the fight week. It's starting from here, and the tension is go more and more and more. For example, I woke up today and I was already in the fight mode. So it's gonna be more and more intensive. It's still not the same what I'm gonna feel during the Saturday morning or during the Saturday evening, but I'm going into it. And it's like slowly my mood starting to change, and so more I became more or less the quietest person. I don't want to spend my energy to talk too much, and it's like this point when it starts everything increasing.
Do you get anxious? Do you feel nerves?
No. It's something different. It's a different feeling because, you know, every time I'm saying when a person start to compete, they are very excited, they are very nervous, they don't know how to control their emotions. But when you experience fighter, you know how to manage it, you know how to control your nerves, because if it's too much, it's gonna burn you out and you will come to the fight feeling no power at all. But when you know how to put this nervous, to keep it inside, accumulating energy, and to let it explode for the Saturday, for the time of the fight, it will help you a lot. And this is how I learned to manage my emotions. Of course I'm nervous, of course I feel the same, of course I feel the fight, the smell of the fight around, but I know that I have to keep it to accumulate the energy for the Saturday.
What is it like for you going into a fight like this? And it seems like all your fights, you're a very big favorite. Like the odds are very much in your favor, and everyone wants to talk to you about Amanda Nunes and super fights and things like that. And you are actually going in to fight another human being who can beat you. Is it hard to, ignore all that talk and focus on this person that everyone seems to be disrespecting and saying oh, this is just going to be another easy win for you?
For me, it's not. For me, it's not hard because I'm, you can say, for example, you can block something, right? And this is what I'm doing. I'm just block it because I know that my opponent is Katlyn. You cannot underestimate your opponent, but in the same time, you cannot too much be too much. I don't know how you say it, but you have to be in the right place. You have to know exactly what the fight is dangerous. Anything can happen, and you have to be very careful and very with a lot of attention to prevent all the possibility, all the unexpected situation. I know it's exactly. I learned it with my own experience. That's why for me it's easy to block anything that's trying to get inside me. And I'm in a bubble, and no any bad energy can get into this bubble.
What concerns you most about her and her game?
She is MMA fighter. She's can fight in stand-up. She can fight in ground, wrestling, everything doing. That's why I'm expecting anything. Of course, her favorite style is the distance, but it doesn't mean that she is not gonna use her other skills, right? That's why I am ready for anything. I know she's expecting that the range, the height, that's gonna play favor in the game for her, but it's not, because one thing that you are fighting with the persons who don't know how to control this range, but me is different story, because I know exactly what the range is good for me and how to manage my distance. I fought with the girls tall as her. I fought with them, and it doesn't mean they don't have the same power, physical power. I'm not saying about striking power, because she has the striking power. She she kicked Liz Carmouche with a strong head kick. She has the power. I know this, but I mean, you cannot be in our weight class with the same height, with the same power that some shorter person. That's why knowing these things, I know what I have to do, I know what I don't have to do, and I will do like whatever will bring me the victory.
And we didn't change the hair back to blonde, right? We're sticking with that? Or are we going to change it before the fight?
You know, my main thing during my training camp, it was my preparation, my training. I totally was not thinking about my hair, whatever. I even was not looking to the mirror because it was like so secondary. And anytime when I preparing for the fight, I worry about how I performing, what is my condition, physical and mental condition. And then I was like, oh, I looked at me at the mirror. Okay, whatever. Let's think about after the fight about this.
And one last thing, yesterday at the athletes panel, you said that you really admire James Bond. And I don't know if you know this, but a lot of people think that you're a spy, like you have a double life. Do you know that people think this about you? And if so, what do you make of that?
I heard, but I'm not a spy. But yes, I really love the image of James Bond, and I think why it's like so attractive for the other people because, for example, we have MMA fighter. It's if we are speaking about the fighter, it's the universal fighter because MMA fighter can fight with the boxing style, kicking, can wrestle, can grapple, can do anything, right? It's a universal fighter. James Bond, it's universal. He can fight MMA, he can drive like car, motorcycle, boat, sailboat, drive like plane, helicopter, anything.
Shoot.
He can do shoot any gun. So this is like universal person, and this is the image what inspired in my life. I admire a lot James Bond because I want to be the same kind of person who know everything, and that's why I do a lot of travel. I shoot guns. I try to learn more things what I can learn. I love to learn how to sailboat. My sister Antonina, she just get her license of private pilot. So probably if like for one person it's difficult to like get all in one, but maybe between us two we can combine.
And even if you were a spy, you probably wouldn't tell us anyway because that would just kind of give up.
A spy.
If you were, I'm just saying if you were.
I'm not a spy.
Okay, fair enough. Valentina, pleasure as always. Good luck on Saturday. Thank you.
Thank you, Ariel. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. It's Ariel Helwani. I just came here to thank you for watching our ESPN YouTube channel. It's the best. You know what else is the best? The ESPN app. You can get highlights, analysis, all that stuff and more. And if you want premium content and live streaming sports, there's only one place for all of that. It's ESPN Plus.